Hello guys, and welcome back to the reaction zone. In today's lesson, we're going to look at introduction to electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is a branch of chemistry that shows the relationship that exists between electricity and chemical reactions. Specifically, electrochemistry is concerned with how chemical energy is converted into electrical energy and how electrical energy can be used to drive chemical reactions. Electrochemistry usually involves three things. It usually involves redox reactions, it usually involves electron transfer, and it usually involves electrochemical cells. There are key terms in electrochemistry. Four of them, as a matter of fact: oxidation, reduction, reducing agent, and oxidizing agent. Oxidation involves the loss of electrons. Reduction involves gain of electrons. A reducing agent is a substance that donates electrons. An oxidizing agent, on the other hand, is a substance that accepts electrons. In electrochemistry, there are two types of electrochemical cells. The first is galvanic or voltaic cell, and the second is electrolytic cell, which is also called a voltammeter. In a galvanic cell, electricity is produced from spontaneous chemical reactions. And in a galvanic cell, the anode is the negative electrode and the cathode is the positive electrode. In an electrolytic cell, on the other hand, electricity is used to drive or bring about non-spontaneous chemical reactions. In an electrolytic cell, the chemical reactions are non-spontaneous because they are brought about or initiated by electricity. And in an electrolytic cell, the anode is the positive electrode and the cathode is the negative electrode. An example of a galvanic cell is the Daniel cell. Several other examples which are still going to come across in subsequent episodes of this topic. In any electrochemical cell, there are usually two types of conductors present. There's a metallic conductor and there is always an electrolytic conductor. Metallic conductors are also called electrodes, and they are the conductors through which current enters or leaves an electrolyte. There are two types of metallic conductors: anode and cathode. The anode is the site of oxidation, meaning that it is where oxidation takes place. In a galvanic cell, the anode is a negative electrode, but in an electrolytic cell, the anode is a positive electrode. The cathode is the site of reduction, meaning that it is where reduction takes place. In a galvanic cell, the cathode is the positive electrode, and in an electrolytic cell, the cathode is the negative electrode. The second type of conductor in electrochemical cells is electrolytic conductor. Electrolytic conductors are also called electrolytes. Electrolytic conductors or electrolytes are substances in the molten state or in aqueous solution that conduct electricity because they possess mobile ions. Electrolytic conductors can be strong or weak. Examples of strong electrolytes are hydrogen chloride, sodium chloride, potassium nitrate. These are examples of strong electrolytes. Examples of weak electrolytes include ammonium hydroxide and ethanoic acid. So, we've just looked at the basics of electrochemistry. In subsequent videos, we're going to look at the two major processes that we have in electrochemistry, starting with electrolysis and then moving on to galvanic cells, and looking at other important concepts and calculations associated with this topic. So please stay tuned. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel so that you can get notifications when other important videos on this topic drops. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.